Happy May. I hope you guys had a good Easter. Every year I'm reminded more and more to focus on the whole story of Easter. And this year, when I was reading about Passover, I learned more about the symbols and the traditions in that meal and how they include salty water for tears, horseradish to make you tear up and experience pain. And one of the lines in a guide that I had read through was about how important it is to taste the bitterness and the harshness and to remember that more fully, to experience that hardness in life because it makes the sweet abundance of resurrection even better. And I think that's one of the reasons I also love living in a place where there are 4 seasons and you get to every year be reminded of the different stages of life, of dormancy, of new life, death, rebirth. Every year, every season, where it looks dead and dormant, there's new life coming up. And reminded me of a couple verses. Isaiah 43:19 from The Voice. Watch closely. I am preparing something new. It's happening now, even as I speak, and you're about to see it. I am preparing a way through the desert. Waters will flow where there had been none. And in the New International Version, it says, It springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. And in Isaiah 43:5 from the Message, it says, Thunder in the desert. Other versions say a voice calling out in the desert or a voice wailing in the wilderness. Prepare for God's arrival. Make the road straight and smooth, a highway fit for our God. Fill in the valleys, level off the hills, smooth out the ruts, clear out the rocks. Then God's bright glory will shine and everyone will see it. Other versions talk about making the crooked road wide and straight, where steep valleys and treacherous descents raise the highway, lift it up, bring down from the dizzying heights, fill in the potholes and the gullies, iron out the rough places. The Lord will really be among us. The radiant glory of the Lord will be revealed. All flesh together will take it in and believe it. Oh, that is good news, isn't it? What verses and images come to mind for you? What is capturing your attention as you think about rough places becoming smooth, God making a way in the wilderness and bringing springs of life to the parched desert? Where are you seeing God move in your life? What little hints is He giving that He's moving even when everything looks hopeless and dead? I encourage you to take a walk outside, to look around, and let God minister to your heart as He draws your attention to things. Maybe they don't seem like much on the surface, but when you zoom in, you see something intriguing. Maybe it's how the light is flickering through the trees, or the way the buds are forming. Or maybe it's the pattern of leaves that are dead from last year's growth, and they're still standing. They've made it through the whole winter. And individually, there's all these intricate details. And when you zoom out, there's this big, wide pattern of it. And it looks so different when you look close and when you pan out and look far away. The scenery and the perspective all shift. And there's something to be revealed there. Where is God springing up new life for you? Where are you growing weary of praying and waiting? Where do you need encouragement today? I hope that this little walk and these verses can encourage you. At the end here, I'm going to do a little video demo of making the Northwoods version of the Palm Sunday cross. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And I was inspired, one, by Easter, and they were handing out palm branches to the kids at church. And two, how can I make that mine from where I live? We clearly don't have palm branches here, but we have other things. The long grasses that are still green after a whole winter under snow caught my attention and reminded me of the palm branches. And then I was looking up in the light, and the maple trees that are just starting to kind of bud a little bit, just the red end caught my attention in the sunlight and reminded me of the blood that Jesus shed on the cross. And these little pricklers, I don't know the name of them exactly, but they reminded me of two things. One, pussy willows, and two, the thorns that Jesus wore. And somehow putting it all together helps me combine that juxtaposition of it all looks dead and hopeless, but it is the start of new life. So I encourage you to create some art. Look around you outside for something that's catching your attention. Somehow make some art, whether it's bringing those items in and gluing them or tying them together or adding them to some paper or putting them in a vase. Make some art with what you find around you, or draw some of those things. Maybe they inspire some patterns in your journal, and decorate a verse for yourself that reminds you that even now God is working and doing a new thing. Coming up, we've got some great stuff. I'm going to start sharing the interview I did with Jessie Milo about blind contour drawing and her prison ministry, and look in the write-up for some other fun, exciting things coming up here. Like the art show by God Loves Art, focused on the theme of light and dark that my niece and I just submitted some art for. The second annual Encounters in Color workshop that's coming up, put together by Jenna Burns, and a retroactive sneak peek into Kim Pepper's first Faith Fest gathering, where she had each instructor focus on the same verse about how to shine the Lord's light in our darkness. Please do, as always, let us know what has been inspiring you lately, how you're meeting God and seeing Him show up in your ordinary day-to-day life. What messages of encouragement is He giving to you as you step forward in faith, trusting Him along the way, and deepening your relationship with Him and understanding of His character and truth? I hope you guys have a terrific May. Okay, the first step is going to be finding a blade of grass or a palm leaf that is long enough for this project. And you're going to start by folding a 90-degree angle, pretty much right in the middle. And then you're going to start folding these two sides around that middle to create a square. This beginning can get a little rough. Sometimes the grass has like a friction to it. There's these little parts of the grass that sort of stick to each other. So some of that is the struggle you'll see here. The other is trying to figure out how to wrap these around each other and weave them together to create a solid square. You'll see me pull it through because it didn't want to slide through as a palm branch leaf would. You have to finesse this blade of grass a little bit to do a wraparound woven in square. And hopefully the visual, I went really slow on this, hopefully you can watch by the visual better than my words and understand these steps. And once you've created that first base of the square, you do have to slide the second one through to lock it into place, because a completed pocket has been formed and you can't open it like you did on the first one. And here you'll see me slide that down all the way through to lock it in, and then second guess myself and wonder if I could keep it halfway pulled through and make it a bigger cross. But in the end I decided to do the whole step of one weave through is a lock in, and then the second weave through is a halfway, creating the two sides of the cross, whether you're working top to bottom or side to side. And again, there is finessing. Natural elements do not always want to work smoothly with what your goal is, so be patient with yourself and you will get it. And there you have your cross right there. The next part is just embellishing how you desire. I found it very convenient to have that front pocket in the cross to just slide little things through. But this step is completely optional and up to you how you'd like to use it. I do hope that you'll give it a try or create some art and share with us the art that you've made this month as you spent time with God, letting Him give you new visions for things and speaking to you through nature and your creativity. God bless.